I'm about to tell you about all these bootleg seeds and even seeds for plants that don't exist that I found online. What's really crazy is these fake seeds for plants that don't even exist or just fake photoshops have racked up thousands of dollars worth of purchases online. So this video is kind of a PSA just for everyone out there, just so you don't get scammed by these people. Now you might be wondering how I discovered something like this. And it's because I run a few Facebook pages and groups dedicated to plants. And I noticed some people would post advertisements or things for sale that just didn't look right. They seemed photoshopped or just like plants that could not possibly exist. So I dug further and started looking on places like Pinterest, eBay, and Amazon. One of the main ways these people peddle fake seeds is by taking real pictures of fruits and vegetables and just changing their color through photo manipulation. It's evident in these two posts here where they're just blue strawberries and blue watermelon. Later I realized the common keyword amongst all these rare seeds was pieces, or at least the abbreviation for it. Now this next one's pretty funny because these are actual real pictures of square watermelons, but you can't just get these simply from seeds. The method to produce a square fruit or vegetable is by placing a plastic box around them so they grow into that shape. It can't be done with simply purchasing seeds. Another common theme with these fake seeds are rainbow colors. After seeing all these different posts on Pinterest, I decided to go to eBay because some of these posts actually point towards eBay stores. I wanted to do a little research and make sure I wasn't wrong and to make sure that these were in fact fake. So I just googled blue maple, and then what came up was tons of obviously photoshopped or color shifted images. And I scrolled down a little bit and I managed to find the exact plant but in a red variant. Once I lay them over each other, you can see that these photos are exactly the same and the original was probably the red one. Scrolling through more of the results, you can just see all these wacky colors. And most of these are fake except for maybe some of the red ones and then obviously the green ones. What's crazy is most of these seeds or these fake plants that people are selling, they mostly rely on just changing the color of the plant. A lot of them seem to choose blue for some reason. You'll see in this next illustration as to how they're doing it. And I'll show you exactly how easy it is to actually change the colors of a photograph so that way they can easily post these fake advertisements. So again, I looked through the images that it had just so I had something to look for. Then I went to Google and I just Googled lucky bamboo. I found an image that was looking pretty similar, clicked it, and then I hit view more so I can see more variants like it. And sure enough, I found a picture that looks eerily similar to our blue one that we've seen on the eBay posting. Something doesn't seem quite right. So what I did just to show you how easy it is I just copy pasted the photo into Photoshop, opened up a selection tool by color, clicked a few spots on the plant so it had the colors I wanted to change, and then I went and edited the image's hues on that selection and I just simply changed it to blue, brightened it up a bit, and voila. As you can see, they look very similar. Mine's not as blue, but I think it actually looks a little more believable and realistic. But again, this took me all of 15 seconds, so anyone with a little more time can start to produce some pretty realistic fakes. Now, if you thought that was cool or interesting, wait until you see how blatant they get when they create these fake images. This next one has a literal bird head photoshopped onto the flower. This next one is actually pretty funny. When you look at it, it's actually very crazy how like blatantly obvious these people are and how confident they are in selling their fakes. This one has like a heron or crane's head literally photoshopped onto the flower. I knew this one was definitely fake, but I wanted to look into it a little more. And when I scrolled down into the description, they actually included the scientific name. So I quickly Googled that just to see what they actually look like. And lo and behold, it actually looks kind of similar besides the giant bird head that's photoshopped onto it. I also noticed some other people are trying to replicate the bird look by making it look closer to a bird, but not obviously a bird head. Now, what you're going to see next is what really bothers me about this. At first it seems like who possibly is buying these things? No, there's no way people are buying them. They look pretty fake. But people out there are buying these. They could be people who are new to gardening or people who just get very excited at what they see. And a lot of trusting people are still in this world who still think, people selling things are honest people. But in today's world with the internet, there's a lot of dishonesty and a lot of trickery. So as you're going to see, thousands of dollars and thousands of orders have been placed for all these fake plants. And it just drives me nuts that these people are getting taken advantage of, and I think it's very sad. So I just want to raise awareness for this situation so people are not buying these seeds and getting ripped off. Because even though it's only $1 or $2 here and there, you waste a lot of time planting the seeds, waiting and hoping for something really beautiful to grow, and then you just get nothing out of it. Or you get completely scammed and get no seeds at all. Alright, these are some of the listings that I actually pulled off of eBay. Notice the sold amount and the titles. You'll see all the popular buzzwords that you're going to want to watch out for when buying seeds. But most importantly, look at how many are sold when you look at these. Some of them are upwards in the thousands. So that means all these people were ripped off and they bought false seeds hoping for something beautiful to sprout that never did. I averaged the price across these listings plus how many were actually sold, and we're looking at about $10,000 that was stolen from people hoping to get something cool and beautiful that they found on the internet. I think it's just really sad that some of these poor people were expecting to have a really cool seed or plant to try and grow, and just because they weren't totally educated on the subject, they got ripped off, and I just think that sucks. Lastly, I wanted to check Amazon. For some reason, I feel Amazon has a better control over their sellers and what gets posted, but no, even Amazon is guilty of having all of these random sellers selling these fake seeds. I looked up a lot of the ones I found on eBay on Amazon just to see if they existed there, and sure enough, they do. I hate that I found these on Amazon too, because I think a lot of older people trust Amazon and they think that they kind of govern their sellers, but as you can see, they clearly don't. The reviews are probably the suckiest part to read because you can just see that the people were honest and they just wanted to grow these cool plants, but they totally got tricked and deceived, and I hate that. So when you're looking at online listings, first, just do a simple Google search if it's even a real thing, if it's even a real possibility. Second, really look at those keywords. That pieces abbreviation seems to be like the de facto thing that gets added onto every fake listing. While I was reading the reviews for some of these fake rainbow seeds, I actually came across a guy who posted a link to another article that was supposedly supposed to prove that these seeds were real. So of course I had to follow the link and figure out if it was true. Once I got to the page, I looked, and at first it almost seems like it's saying that these are a real possibility, that rainbow roses are being grown and somehow someone figured out how to do it. So I was sitting there like, wow, maybe I was wrong about this. But then it starts to be more evident that these are indeed fake. At the bottom of the article, it talks about how you cannot buy seeds that produce these things, and the only way to do it is with dye on an already grown rose. So sadly, even when there was hope that this could be a reality, that was crushed. Okay guys, this next plant is the most ridiculous one, and what's crazy is people are actually buying this one. It is absolutely insane to me that people buy this. I can't tell if it's a gag gift or what. I don't know if people are doing this as a joke. I don't know. You'll have to see. Alright guys, this one is actually the really wacky one. The Vietnamese milk melon. Now I censored the nipple on this thing. Even though it is fake, I'm not sure if it violates the YouTube's terms of service. So I censored it. But if you want, you can click the link and see it for yourself. This one is just absolutely crazy to me because it's just so blatantly fake, and I just can't believe it's on here. And it's also listed by many sellers, which is just absolutely crazy to me. I had to do a little more research on these Vietnamese milk melons just because I had to see where they came from, because this wasn't a simple Photoshop. And it turns out it was a Vietnamese artist that created these, and the sellers just ripped off their artwork. What's absolutely concerning to me is the fact that there's over 500 of these things being sold from just this store. Like I said, there's many other stores that are selling this exact seed. The other thing that's crazy is there was a few purchased recently. So this is like an ongoing thing. People are buying these daily. And last but not least, what's crazy to me is that the seller rating is so high. They're selling tons of these bootleg seeds, but yet it hasn't really affected their store. So I don't know how that's even possible. But I could be absolutely wrong, and these Vietnamese milk melons are absolutely real. Who knows? Alright guys, so what do you do in a world full of bootleg seeds? Well, you can try and buy them locally. Here I'm going to show you a few websites that are more trusted and actually have a good supply of seeds and even some rare seeds. Except for it doesn't come with the pieces abbreviation, and they're not called bonsai, super rare, whatever. I'll make sure to put a link in the description for all the ones that I've shown you, but this last one is pretty cool because he's actually a YouTuber. His YouTube channel is MIgardener, and he actually has tons of videos on how to grow fruits and vegetables, and he sells tons of seeds too. The packaging looks pretty nice, and I think he gives you a pretty fair deal. So you guys should definitely check him out if you're interested in buying seeds online. Alright, lastly, because I couldn't leave you guys with just that, I ended up actually buying some of these seeds just to see what you even get in the mail. Hopefully I actually get them and they don't just get stuck in customs, which is why I think a lot of reviews on these pages are complaining about never receiving the seeds, just because these stores, they're not qualified or registered or whatever it takes to actually import seeds, because it's quite a process to avoid letting invasive species in or other like agricultural diseases. So I think that's why a lot of people don't get their seeds in the mail, but hopefully we get some of these. I really want to grow some Vietnamese milk melons and some rainbow tomatoes, so wish me luck. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I really hope that when I get my seeds in the mail, well, I should say I hope I get my seeds in the mail because I'm not sure if they're going to make it through customs. But maybe we'll get to grow a Vietnamese milk melon and some rainbow tomatoes. Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait a few months and see. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, give it a like, and share it if possible. I would like to get the word out about these seeds because obviously thousands of people are buying them, and I would like people to stop getting scammed and wasting their time with all of these fake seed sellers. Thanks again for watching. May your plants grow strong and healthy. See you next time.